And now let's meet the teams. First the visitors, the Beachwood Bison, led by head coach Don Reynolds. Number 1, Zoe Walters. Number 5, Maya Brown. Number 13, Riley Travis. Number 30, Muncie Jaffe. Number 33, Colby Ashkenazi. And now let's meet your Fairview Warriors. Starting at guard number 12, Ryan Kerrigan. At guard number 13, Bella Pecchio Sugar. At guard number 20, Claire Taylor. Forward number 32, Alexa Manos. And forward number 35, Ivy Brazil. Warriors are led by head coach Curtis Watanabe.
Welcome in, folks. High school basketball back here on CVC TV tonight. A Metro Division matchup between the home Fairview Warriors and the visiting Beachwood Bison. It's girls basketball here on ChagrinValleyConference.com. Kyle Cornell, joined alongside, as always, by AA Anthony Alford. Anthony, man, tonight a fantastic matchup between two teams right now in the middle of that Metro Division, trying to push their way to the top.
Yeah, they're right there. We're talking about a loaded Metro Division. They're both 3-3 in this conference, in this division, but it's loaded at the top with Trinity, Lutheran West, and Independence. So this is a great matchup here in this division, and we're about ready to get this thing tipped off. A lot of stories.
Youth movement on the court tonight. 2 of the starters, 4 of the 10 freshmen tonight, including the 2 leading scorers for both sides. We'll get into it into the game as we're ready for tip-off here on CVC TV. And Fairview going to control the tip in the all-whites, and they have the possession here to start this first quarter.
You know, he's talking about the youth movement for both of these teams, and we talked about the increased numbers as far as these rosters, particularly Beachwood.
Impressive to see teams normally keeping their rotations close to the vest. That shot up and no good. Rebound pulled in by Zoe Walters. You're going to hear her name a lot tonight for Beachwood. She passes cross court. Layup is up, and it's good. Good take inside by Goldie O'Shaughnessy, and we have our first points of the evening.
And think about just that assist. Her passing ability, Walters, impressive here early.
And Walters, a freshman who leads the team in scoring, steals. Mid-range shot is up and not good. O'Shaughnessy pulls down the board. She gets smacked down, but Travis eventually gets it. She gets fouled, and ball going to go back to the Lady Bison.
Again, both of these teams coming off of W's the other day, and this is going to be huge again. Just, you know, again, our first time seeing Fairview's basketball team on CVC TV. Beachwood, we had them a year ago, but you already see with Walters, the speed this offense has picked up.
Yeah, she really runs the ship up there. Pass out, that one's tipped out of bounds. The 2 freshmen, Claire Daler, and Zoe Walters. Daler leading the team on the other side in scoring at nearly 10 points per game and steals. And, of course, what a year for Zoe Walters, nearly 17 points per game as a freshman. Fantastic start to the year for number 1.
And this focus for this Fairview defense is zeroing in on Walters, kind of neutralizing her a little bit.
Mid-range pull for Walters is no good. Rebound pulled in by Manuel. She'll pass out. Here comes Daler. Daler working that side. She'll have to dribble out and pass back outside. Daler having a fantastic freshman campaign in her own right. Good pass in, good pump fake. It's up and it's good. 2 points there for Fairview. Great job inside by another freshman, Ivy Budzer.
She did a great job there, letting the defender, Olga steal.
Steal inside. That one's not good. Tipped out. Daler had it but couldn't finish. Pass back out. Comes Lexi Jaffe and the Beachwood Bison. Beachwood 6-4 coming off a win. Both teams trying to get things moving as we hit around the midway point in the season.
And as we mentioned, it's going to be a great test for both of these clubs. As far as talent, my goodness, it's a good measuring stick game.
Hey, you talk about Beachwood, a little more seasoned. They have some more. There is upperclassmen working their way through. Fairview, young team. Karen Swanson Hahn telling us obviously really proud of the growth, despite obviously only being 11 games into the season. But Fairview sitting at a respectable 6-5, and again 3-3 also, as you mentioned in the pregame. They're AA in the Metro Division.
And again, they're doing the best. Oh, there we go. Good cut inside there.
Trying to find O'Shaughnessy. She shoots that one. That one couldn't fall. Foul going to be assessed there to Amaya Brown from Beachwood, and the ball goes back to the Warriors.
Speaking of the Warriors, under this new head coach that you just mentioned, first year taking over this program, you already, seeing the efforts, improvement, and whatnot. So it's going to be great to see them in action tonight.
Good week of practice as they geared up for this game too. That's a three-point shot on the way. Back iron, no good. Tipped and eventually pulled in by O'Shaughnessy. Fired up shot there by Ryan Kerrigan, another one of those freshmen for Fairview. Here's Walter. She works into the forecourt, trying to find her shot high, arcing. That's going to be no good. Misses everything. O'Shaughnessy grabbed the board, but it was too late. Ball going back to the Warriors.
And something to keep track of. Again, they're going to zero in on Walters, this defense. So they want her to take some of those tough shots inside to see which one of her teammates can step up as well.
Coach Swanson on talked about pressures. That three-point shot is up. Front iron, no good. Rebound pulled in there by Travis. To me, a jump ball. That should go Beachwood's way, I believe, and it will. First substitution of the game. The number 3, Marley Reedon's going to be in for Amaya Brown.
Now, Beachwood defensively, they're going to lock in on you again. The last game, they won against Cuyahoga Heights 22-10.
Crazy to think about the low-scoring affair, but the defense was on full display and did just enough offensively to hold off the Lady Red Wolves and get that big win. Three-pointer on the way. It's up and it's good. Goldie O'Shaughnessy with her second basket. She's got all 5 of the Bison points, and it's a 5-2 lead.
Absolute weapon she is on the offensive side.
Dishing out, Fairview getting more into their offense now. Pass over, cross court. Baylor goes inside, throws it up. That one's no good. Tipped and eventually grabbed by Walter. She's bumped and moves the ball into the forecourt. She's got an open player up front, but good pressure by Fairview. Not see the ball and see the pass there. Only tip back, and Walter's going to jog back, try and pull it down. Great effort on the far side. Ball going to go out, though, stay with the Lady Bison. That's great effort on the forecourt there by Bella Pecchio Schruger.
Yeah, she really got after it. I wondered, it was a little bit of a question of, was it going to be a backcourt violation and whatnot, but great effort there defensively.
And we'll see a couple substitutions on the other side. And first, I want to talk to you about our presenting sponsor, as always, for CVC TV. It's the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery. Doctors Keith Schneider, Don Lewis, and Jill Weber. Their specialties include dental surgery and implants, corrective jaw and facial surgery, and trauma reconstruction. For all of your oral surgery needs, visit the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery website at www.ohsurgery.com. Defense, the key so far this first quarter, AA. A lot of pressure from both sides.
Yes, there is, and this is how you have to defend, these star players that's all over the floor on both sides for both of these teams.
Try to frustrate some of the younger players if you're Beachwood. Good pass into Walter. She moves into the forecourt. Good pass inside. Layups up. Foul. That's 2 shots coming for Goldie O'Shaughnessy. Great start to the game for the senior, leading the team in rebounding, over 8 per game this year for the Bison. Now a chance for 2 more.
And how about that? From the freshman to the senior. And again, that was the second time Walters has had that hook little pass assist. And this time it's going to lead to a free throw point there.
And checking in is going to be Emily Larkin, a sophomore for the Warriors. Foul was on Budzer. It's going to be her first. O'Shaughnessy, all 6 of the Lady Bison points. Make it 7. 5-point lead for Beachwood halfway through this first quarter.
It's going to be important for the Warriors to respond somehow, some way.
Moving through Maddie Eckert, number 14, checking into the game for Fairview. 3-point shot is up, and it's off front iron, no good. Rebound, a fall down, and eventually get picked up. Good effort there by Walters to fight through. Could be a jump ball. I think that one should go to Fairview, and it will. Great effort there by Walters to get on that loose ball. It should have been an offensive rebound, but Lady Bison just showing again. We're going to be all over the court tonight.
And that's going to be a play. Even though with the possession arrow it favors the Warriors, they're going to look back at the tape. It's like, man, should dive after that ball. You don't want Walters anywhere in that picture.
Manos trying to find inside, passing back out. Thought about a 3. Eckert goes in, gets fouled, and she's going to have 2 shots on the way. Get taken inside by the junior, Maddie Eckert, who's just into the ballgame.
She took a shot there going inside, a clean shot, but man, my goodness. Physicality going inside there, getting to the line.
That's Kennessy's first foul of the evening. Eckert, the lefty, lines up. First one is good. First points in a little while for Fairview as Beachwood's really honed in on that defense. That calling card, that 22-10 win just 2 days ago. Second free throw off, short iron, no good. Rebound inside, it's up, no good. Rebound tipped again. This one grabbed in by O'Shaughnessy, and back will come Beachwood.
And O'Shaughnessy, she barely had the move. She just puts her arms up to get the rebound.
Great positioning inside by one of the better post players here in the CVC. But she can definitely stretch the floor and hit some shots too. So warming up from 3. Speaking of 3, Walters up. That one's no good. Rebound grabbed by Manos. Back to Eckert, and here comes Fairview.
Fairview's going to force you to take some smart shots.
Good pass from Daylor. Corner 3 on the way. That's no good. Another fight. Walters shocker in the middle of it. That effort from the freshman. It's a different kind of ballgame, AA, when you're able to put so much emphasis on some of the younger girls on your rosters, and they kind of lead the way. You talk about, obviously, what Daylor does running the show. Same thing for Walters on the side for Beachwood.
Yeah, it's just you're going to have the speed, and you don't know any better. you let your ball take care of things.
Jaffe got to get that ball across half court, close to a 10-second violation, but they managed to get through. And that's going to be a travel. And Jaffe didn't set the feet. Took too many steps. Ball goes back to the Warriors. 2:54 to go in this first quarter. 4-point game.
You was just talking about the potential backcourt situation there. Mine is racing a little bit, trying to get set into position. And just took that extra step.
It's lost. 3-pointer on the way. That one's going to be off the right side. No good. And that's going to go out of bounds. Hits the baseline. Ball goes back to the Lady Bison. And Fairview right now just trying to find an answer and get some points. And Manos had an opportunity to take that shot. The senior just couldn't get it to fall. Third on the team in scoring behind 2 freshmen in Daylor and Kerrigan. Outlet pass, that's going to be short, but great job by O'Shaughnessy to adjust. She passes, looking up court. Fake through, mid-range shot. O'Shaughnessy up. Back iron, no good. Rebound going to tail to Fairview, but there was a push. I think Jaffe may have drawn a foul holding her knee there.
Yeah, she might be shaken up just a little bit. She's going to try to fight it off.
They're going to say it was a foul on Beachwood.
Which is interesting. I mean,
they're going to call that one actually AA on Walters, believe it or not, off ball.
Okay, off the ball, because I was going to say it was a good shot selection.
Yeah. Nevertheless, back to Fairview now. A little 4-point game. We know, hey, the Bison are comfortable in these low-scoring games. They don't mind. And that's going to be a travel on this side. So the ball turned back over. It's that pressure. It's just suffocating. And you're talking about some underclassmen trying to make plays. Hey, you know what? You have some growing pains, some issues here or there.
Yeah.
You're going to have some turnovers, but how do you adjust after they happen?
See here if they're going to they're not going to ease off here defensively on a little bit of the press.
And Reed's holding down that pivot foot. Good job passing over to Walters. She pressures inside. Got an open lane. Walters lays it up, lays it in. First points of the evening for Zoe Walters. 6-point lead back for the Bison.
And that was a good job there, going off dribble there, just getting to the baseline. She establishes her space.
The 3, that one's good. Ivy Budzer with 5 of the 6 points, closing it to a 3-point game now. Starting to see some offense.
Yeah, so the last 2 points that has been scored on both sides have been by freshmen.
Expect to see that a lot tonight as freshmen lead the way. Pass inside, and 1. Solid take through. Zoe Walters gets it to fall. AA, they had a lid on her for the first roughly 6.5 minutes almost of this game, but Walter's starting to find her rhythm.
We say the moment that you find the first points on the board, boy, you're off to the races.
Becky O'Schruger going to check back in. Eckert going to check out. She got the foul call on that play, and as Walters looks to try and convert 3-point play. It's been a 2-headed monster so far for Beachwood. You talk about Walters and obviously O'Shaughnessy. Inside-outside game.
And the unique combination is that free throw goes down the and 1 between freshman and senior.
They have all 12 of the points for Beachwood now. We're back up by 6. Gaylor was looking inside. 3-pointer on the way. Good pass, and it's good. Kerrigan knocks it down. They're going to say it's a deep 2, and that foot was on the line maybe, but we can't look at replay because we are in high school. That was close. Good steal by Fairview. Passing back up top. Thought about the mid-range, passing off. Warriors showing some patience now. Mid-range shot is up. Back iron, no good. Rebound grab by Walters inside. She fights through and grabs it.
And again, it's her time right now. Defense can't ease up. You know, they clamped her down for a little bit. Got to get back on it.
A tip through. Great defense by Fairview. Tipping back up. O'Shaughnessy saves it. Passing in the corner. Jaffe, 3 on the way. Off fire, no good. Pulled in by Fairview. Rebound by Larkin. Back comes Taylor working inside. She works through left hand up.
Good
and
move.
It's good.
Good
Rolls
move.
in. That's why she's one of the best. Claire Taylor, one of the best freshmen in the CVC. Closes the lead to 2 now for Beachwood. Reedent's working the other way. She lays it up, and she gets fouled. Couldn't get the ball out, but it didn't matter, as Reedent's wide to the free throw line.
And again, she's only a sophomore, but playing that 6-man role, of course.
Sure, the coach is excited about that. Coach
Very
Don
much.
Reedens. Happy to see his daughter out there playing well. She'll line up the first of 2 free throw attempts, trying to extend this lead in the first quarter. First one's good. Ava Budzer will check in now for Fairview.
Of course, she's the senior guard.
And Ivy, the freshman. Well, he got 5 points tonight, does her sister. Ava looking to join the party here. Reedens will line up and knock down the second. Good free throw shooting team in Beachwood.
They do the fundamentals correctly. That's what you want to see. Locking down on defense, making the free throw shots. Great block there, too.
Yeah, taking inside. Larkin tried to find a way, but a great job by O'Shaughnessy. It's hard to get a shot up over her.
Even when you create a good effort, you still got to get that ball over. The size, not in their favor.
And pressure again from Fairview, but the Bison able to work through. Reedon's going to pass through inside. Looking for Jaffe. It's taken away by Ava Budzer. Passes up, looking, passing inside. And Pecchio not get that one to fall as Pecchio Schwiger couldn't. Rebound taken by Jaffe.
That shot had to be rushed a little bit. The transition defense right on it.
5 seconds. Walters working inside. Left hand. It's up and it's no good. Pulled in. And that's how we end the first quarter. 14-10 the score. I don't think we're getting 22-10 tonight, Double A.
No, but they're going to get a close one. And I thought Walters was going to make that tough shot there, but my goodness, what a first quarter.
It was fantastic. Great job, too, by Zoe Walters and Goldie O'Shaughnessy. Both scoring 12 of the 14 combined points for Beachwood. And again, more of spread out scoring from Fairview to this point. Starting to find a few things later on in that first quarter, Double A, things to be able to kind of hone in on as they move into the second frame.
Yeah, they're doing a great job. You know, and you're seeing kind of the coaching battle too, like seeing the adjustments be made and kind of tied in. Look, stars gonna be stars, but the key is gonna be like, how do you contain? How do you kind of make sure that it doesn't get out of hand? And I think defensively, both teams are doing a great job.
Well, Fairview coming off a fantastic first or win, I should say, again, from their last matchup with Elyria. They were at Elyria, so a good test there. They won that game by, again, about 26 points. Double A, 60-34 was the final there. And the offense really came alive in the game. This team only averages 41 points a game. You start 3 freshmen, you expect it to be a little bit more of a, hey, got to be an effort type game. Maybe won't score as much, but the last game showed the offensive potential for this Fairview team. Now, honing in against a really good Beachwood team.
Oh, they're doing a great job. It's going to be key to kind of maintain, to keep that going. Again, the last game for Fairview, they won against Elyria 60-34. So they can put points on the board.
They show they can definitely hit some higher point totals as we start the second quarter here at Fairview High School. Mid-range floaters up off front iron, no good, pulled in by Travis, and back will come the Lady Bison. These two teams play each other December 6th. Fairview got that win, 51-41, 10-point win for the Warriors on the road. Can they hold down home court tonight?
That's going to be key. And whoever is going to end up taking more uncomfortable shots, that's going to be to the advantage.
Walters takes that one, no good. Rebound right to O'Shaughnessy. She can't get it to fall. Pulled in by Ava Budzer. And back come the Warriors. Pecchio Schwiger passing off, looking for her teammate, but a great track down by Budzer. She gets it back. 3-pointer on the way. Front iron, no good. Almost found a way to curtail in there, but it's off back to the Bison.
It's always interesting how those shots fall and kind of the angle and the geometry. There, get a dead rebound.
That's when I watch you shoot the basketball. It's like you're doing geometry in your head. You're trying to figure out where the ball's going to go. Calculating pi. Back iron, no good. Travis tried to track it down, but she was tiptoeing the baseline, and it goes back to the Warriors.
Isn't that 3.144444? or 3.16.
I think you were wrong after 3.14. That's when you really started to trail off. 3.14, and then I get done after that.
It's supposed to be 3.1. Oh my goodness!
I think you got it this time. Claire Daylor back into the ball game now. Top of the key, she swings it over. And just good ball movement here from Fairview.
This is good.
Inside.
Well,
and as soon as I say that, of course, a clamp down.
You got to keep working, though. That's the thing. This defense is going to make you uncomfortable.
And Jeffy pass off Walters. Corner 3 on the way. That's no good. And Travis is trying to fight forward inside. It's going to stay with the Bison. Great effort there as Ryan Kerrigan will check back into the game.
Well, the Warriors got lucky there because you never want to leave Walters open like that.
No, you definitely don't. I mean, she had 18 points in the first matchup between these two teams, and she has the ability to score at a high rate. Travis inside. She's going to get fouled. Great look from Reedens, and London Travis, the senior, going to head to the free throw line for 2.
Yeah, and again, when we had Beachwood last year on CVC TV, you're starting to see some of the players that were on the team last year shine, and it's good to see Travis, get to the free throw line.
Reedens, Travis's first free throw rather is off the backboard, side iron to no good. 6:26 to go in this first half. 4-point Bison lead. Senior London Travis trying to extend it by 1 more. Second free throw is up. That one's going to hit the front iron and trickle in. That's Travis's first point, 15-10. Bison with the lead.
Who for the Warriors is going to start to establish command offensively?
Almost got called for a travel there. That's a mid-range shot up. That one's going to go off front iron, no good. Tipped out of bounds, going to stay with the Warriors. Braden's tipped it out of the hands of Eckert. Ball stays with Fairview.
You almost tell, too, like defensively. They want to make sure that Fairview does not go in the paint.
And collapsing through O'Shaughnessy. Great job using the hands straight up. Walters trying to push it. She got trapped, but a great job by the Bison. They get the ball back and swing it around. Travis fishing off. Here's Reedens. Walters has another open 3. That one's up. Yeah, and off front iron, no good. Almost went down. Rebound O'Shaughnessy. She gets blocked from behind. Still trying to track down a board. Ball eventually comes out to Manos, and back comes Fairview.
And Fairview got to move here.
Inside layup is up, and it is good. Great pass ahead from Daylor right there to Bella Pecchio Schruger. Their first points of the night. Down to a 3-point game.
And that's how you do it. That's how you get those points. It almost seems like it's dirty points. But you move, you get inside, and you force Beachwood not to set defensively.
Eckert going to get called for her second. Reedens tried to swing that ball back up top to Walters. She got smacked. Ava Budzer back into the game. She'll check in for Maddie Eckert. Her sub also coming in for the Bison. And hold that is, again, Amaya Brown check in. Almost inbounded it. She'll come in for Travis.
I know. You started to see some ball movement ready to go.
Almost handed it off, but the referee hold on just long enough. That's the top of Shaughnessy. Wide open, mid-range shot, and it's good. Right in the spot, double A. Set her feet. Great form. Back to a 5-point lead for the Lady Bison.
Well, her defender trailed off and went over to Walters. And Shaughnessy was just wide open at that point.
Walters almost had that steal. Daylor 3 on the way. That's side, no good. She's going to try and track down her own rebound, but Walters does. She's going to sprint to the forecourt. Working inside. Walters lays it up and lays it in. Zoe Walters, 7 early points. Up to a 7-point lead for the Bison.
And again, her ball handling skills there against traffic. The numbers did not favor her, but she still got it in.
Great ball movement by Fairview, but in a collapse inside. A foul going to get called as that one should be on Amaya Brown. It'll be her first, but Fairview's been able to find some open players, but again, there's a little bit of hesitancy when they're trying to go up for a shot. That allows Beachwood to kind of swarm and close in double A, and that's led to some tough opportunities for the Fairview Warriors.
You're 100% right, Kyle. Anytime Beachwood has had an opportunity to set their feet, it becomes really tough.
The pump fake pass through inside, back outside, over the head again of Kerrigan, and the ball going to go back to the Lady Bison.
But also what makes it tough, the Bison, they have the size advantage in the paint. Every matchup, as far as size, and the Warriors got to find a way to overcome that if they want success in the paint.
Reedens almost wasn't looking for that ball. Shaughnessy using the height straight up. That's no good. Pulled in by Fairview. Kerrigan tracks it down. Here comes Daylor into the forecourt. Passing over. 3-pointer. Kerrigan on the way. No good. In and out. Grabbed by Reedens. She almost traveled, but it's picked up by Daylor. She goes inside. Layup is up. And it falls out. It was halfway down. She grabs her own rebound. Taylor up again. That one's short. Shaughnessy pulls it in.
It's one of those days. It's like the home rim is not helping us.
Coach Reedon said we need a breather for a second there. We're about halfway through the second quarter. The score 19-12. Bison on top of the Warriors here on CVC TV. It's your game of the week. And of course, the presenting sponsor for CVC TV is the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery. Doctors Keith Schneider, Don Lewis, and Jill Weber. They do everything from dental surgery and implants, corrective jaw and facial surgery, and trauma reconstruction. Hey, for all of your oral surgery needs, visit the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery website at www.ohsurgery.com. I'll tell you what, Bison picking up where they left off in that first quarter. AA, great defense.
Yes, great defense. Almost want to call a suffocating defense, to be perfectly honest. It doesn't seem.
Well, I was choking.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't seem like here in the second quarter that the Warriors are comfortable in the paint. It's not for lack of effort. They're trying to establish something in there, but you almost would like to see some mid-range jumpers a little bit from the perimeter. Just something just to create some easy shots. It's just not happening in the paint.
Oh, they're doing a collapsible zone, essentially, is what the Bison have been able to do. When the ball does go inside 15 feet, it seems like they're just able to collapse and then force some tough decisions from the Warriors. And they respond. I'm sure halftime adjustments are going to be huge, too, for both these teams. As a work inside. Beachwood trying to extend that lead even more. Walters swings it across Jaffe. Three-pointer on the way. It's good! Actually, Jaffe knocks it in. It's her first basket of the game, and the largest lead of the game for Beachwood, up 10.
And Jaffe did a great job, just open position. Remember, she was shaken up earlier, but been locking down defensively.
Able to get things going. She's playing that middle in a 3-2 extended. That three-point shot is in, and now Daylor couldn't get it to fall. A tough first half for Claire Daylor. A couple of those shots just could not seem to go in.
And it was a great shot selection. Like, that's a good shot. It's just not falling.
You'll take that from your leading scorer. She's a freshman, too, but she's playing like a senior. That's inside. That is a senior. O'Shaughnessy. She'll dribble back out to Reedens.
I tell you, Manos has been locking in defensively in the paint.
What a great stop, though, by Marley Reedens. Her first basket. She had 2 free throws earlier. She's got 4. Now it's a 12-point lead for the Bison. Taylor, mid-range 2. Front iron, no good. Pulled in by Reedens. Beachwood suffocating on the defensive end now, and Walters will walk it into the forecourt.
And it's going to be important, Fairview. Like, this is the time right here. Good steal.
Great job by Daylor. She pulls it off. Good crossover, too. Daylor working into the open court. Inside on Walters. Lays it up. Lays it in. Second basket for Claire Daylor, and timeout going to be called now. I believe that came from the Fairview side there. So 24-14, 2:39 to go in this first half, AA. And now Fairview starting to, again, pick a little bit apart this defense. A little more aggressive on their own defensive end, trying to close this gap. But the Bison have played fantastic basketball so far.
Oh, yes, they have. I think on the Warriors side of things, they are taking the easy shots that they can get. It's just few and far between. That's just been the issue so far. Yeah. Beachwood has been locking in, as you have said, defensively. And you mentioned a couple minutes ago, the collapsing zone. You're really, really seeing them kind of suffocate there. And then on the offensive side, Beachwood, they're getting the extra pass that they need to get good necessary shots.
You're seeing Jaffe play in the middle of that 3-2 and essentially be a floater. She kind of hangs out at the top and can drop into the middle and the bottom part near the rim. And it's been tough. Tough answer for Fairview at this point as Walters tries to work her way through. Knives in, pass to O'Shaughnessy. She'll work inside. Layup is up. Great defense on the inside right there by Ivy Budzar, the freshman, blocking the senior. Back on Fairview.
And showing the range. Did a great job there defensively.
They swing the ball back and forth. Three-pointer on the way. Off back, no good. Ball going to trickle all the way down to get picked up. Great job by Fairview tracking that one down there was Larkin, the sophomore.
Yeah, Walters was coming right after it.
Three-pointer on the way. That one's no good. We'll call it a pass. It's short, no good. Tip through. Still up for grabs, and Walters eventually pulls it in.
Yeah, Beachwood said that's enough.
Couple of open shots, but Fairview just not getting them to fall in this first half. Bison able to capitalize. 10-point lead. Walters looking inside, trying to find Jaffe. That ball taken away by Daylor. Here she goes into the forecourt. Daylor crosses left side, passing out. And Larkin working through. She'll dish. Corner 3 on the way. In and out, no good. Rebound inside, pull through, and a foul. Ivy Budzar, right place, right time. Kerrigan shot that corner three, and Ivy Budzar was right there, and she'll head to the line for two.
The one conversation Beachwood will probably have at halftime is the amount of second chance offensive rebounds have been given up. Extra possessions.
First free throw is no good from Ivy Budzar, the freshman. Score remains a 10-point difference with 1:34 to go in this first half. Second free throw is up, and that one's no good off back iron. Pulled in by Reedens. She's going to push the ball. Taylor almost got called for a foul there. She checked her hand. Three-pointer from O'Shaughnessy on the way. Banks it in.
She really can make a shot from anywhere on the floor.
Oh, man. Goldie Ashkenazi with a huge shot. 27-14 now. 13-point lead. That ball tipped through, taken away by Reedens. Great defense by Walters. And Ashkenazi on the weak side. And now a walk up here with about a minute to go in this first half. Walters dishing through. Finds Travis back over to Ashkenazi. She'll shoot the three again. This one's up. Banks it in again.
Oh, my goodness.
Another one. And Beachwood has come out on fire in the past couple minutes. Double-A, largest lead of the game. 16 points for the Lady Bison. Kerrigan three. That's no good. Short. Budzar was there for the board, but it's taking away by Ashkenazi. She's been so aggressive on both ends tonight.
And it was clean, too. No fouls, just clean, taking the ball away.
30 seconds to go in this first half. Beachwood starting to get a rhythm. Jaffe, corner three. In and out, no good. Tipped through, grabbed in by Budzar. She's going to push. Budzar fakes through, that ball tipped. Out of bounds, and it's going to go back to the Lady Bison. Great defense inside, and Zoe Walters, hey, she's got 7 points, but it's the defense you're impressed with tonight so far.
Yeah, she's been phenomenal defensively. Everybody has for this Bison.
How many turnovers has she forced? How many jump balls and the rebounds she's been able to track down as the point guard? And that's the scrappiest player you got. You feel pretty good about yourself here as she'll pass out. Travis thought about that mid-range shot. Another three-pointer from Ashkenazi. That one's no good.
See, this time didn't go off the backboard.
Yeah, she didn't bank this one. If she gets that steal, though, Ashkenazi going to work. Ball taken away by Taylor. She's got 1 second, and that's how we end the first half on a huge run for the Beachwood Lady Bison. They're up 30-14, 16-point difference. Double-A, your thoughts in the first half?
And again, Beachwood has been aggressive on both sides of the ball, and defensively, they're locking down. And it seems like Fairview has not been able to get a shot that they like. The outside shots have been struggling, and then inside, their game is going to the paint. But all range, everything that's been advertised by this increased roster of Beachwood, they really opened this thing up here in the second quarter.
Well, Goldie Ashkenazi, 15 points. She outscored Fairview by herself in that first half. It's a 16-point difference, 30-14. Let's take a quick break. Over to Cam's Corner, and then we'll have more with us here from Fairview High School after this. Stay with us.
It's halftime, so that means it's time for Cameron's Corner, a look back at some of the action in the CVC this week. Cameron's Corner is presented by Michael DeLazo & Co., CPAs and Business Advisors. You can contact them at cpaneeds.com. First up, we're going to talk with Crestwood sophomore guard Brody Durham, who broke the school record in a single game for assists with 17 assists, breaking the previous record of 15. Let's take a listen on what he had to say.
It means a lot to me, considering that I'm doing it with some of my best friends on the team. And one of the main things that I was happy about was that Mason Jakacki, the previous record holder, was there. And me and him are pretty close. And it was nice to do that in front of him. And he supported me after, and he was really happy for me. So that was awesome. It was really cool because I think I had 9 or 10 at halftime. We came out and they told me that. And I was talking to him a little bit on the sideline. He was telling me to go get it. And he was encouraging me the whole game. And after every assist, I was smiling, and I would look at him, and it was just a really cool moment. And he was really happy for me after the game, came up to me, hugged me, we took a picture, and it was awesome.
Following the interview with Brody, we had a great doubleheader of action in Madison as the Blue Streaks hosted Perry in a boys-girls doubleheader on Saturday. The Pirates pulled off the sweep, but it didn't come easy. The Perry girls game ended in a 49-47 Pirates win in overtime off a nice comeback by the Madison Blue Streaks. Jade Newsom hit some big shots in that first half. Got him out to a nice 7-point lead at the break. Madison battled back, outscoring Perry 28-21 in the second half, but a nice overtime period by the Pirates squared away a victory in what is now a cross-conference rivalry matchup between the Blue Streaks and the Pirates. Following that Perry girls game, we talked with star Jaden Newsom of the game with her 14-point performance in the win, and here's what she had to say.
Jaden, 14 points from you, a big three-pointer in that fourth quarter to keep you guys in front. Madison tied it late. What was kind of the mindset and the message from Coach going into overtime? You guys led almost wire to wire, basically. What was kind of the message and the mindset going into overtime to kind of get away today with a win?
I think it was just playing together and playing good defense and not letting them score, not letting them go to the hoop, and just staying open threes and layups and just working together as a team.
You guys did a really good job defensively. Obviously, Gianna Lamarco and Zoe Delajanis are kind of the two girls that you circle on the roster like, hey, stop them, you're going to have some success. You did a pretty good job limiting them in the first half. They got going in that second half. Do you think that it's just kind of good players making shots, or do you think that maybe the defense kind of started to waver a little bit in that second half to kind of turn the tide in Madison's favor, let them get back into the game a little bit?
I think we got a little tired, but we came back and put our all on the court and finished, and we did a pretty good finish there.
What was kind of that turnaround like, fourth quarter? All of a sudden, you blink and you look and it's a tie game. Being able to kind of get that out of your mind and turn around and go play a really good overtime quarter, obviously only 4 minutes, but a really good 4 minutes of basketball. Being able to, win it and get some stops and really make Madison take a lot of time off the clock in that final overtime.
Yeah, I think we pushed through in overtime and we just worked together and saw what was open and handled the pressure really well.
You guys break even, go to 6-5 on the year. Not a conference win this time, being in the Sugar Division, but how can you guys kind of use this as maybe, I've been kind of talking to coaches about it, as far as a signature win. You officially have hit the halfway point playing your 11th game of your 22 regular season games. Can this kind of be a signature win when you look back in March, when tournament play starts to ramp up of like, this was the moment that the season kind of turned around and we went on a run? Do you think that this could be that moment for you guys?
Yeah, I do. I think that we really need to take off from here and that this game put us in that position.
And finally, the Perry boys basketball team completed the sweep in the nightcap of what was really a quadruple header with boys and girls JV with a 45-31 win over Madison with a really big 15-3 run to close the second quarter, take a big lead into halftime up 27-15, to check that 25-13, and kind of rode that momentum to a 14-point win to keep them above 500 and just to keep the good things going for that Pirates team. One guy in double figures, 15 points from Vince Tomasic, also had 11 rebounds to go with a nice double-double. And what was an ugly win for the Pirates, but nonetheless a victory. And following the boys' game in the nightcap, we talked with the man of the double-double, Vince Tomasic, after the win. Here's what he had to say following the victory.
Obviously, like you said, it wasn't a great night for either teams. We talked about it in the locker room. It was ugly, but we got to find a way to win. If we're not making shots, it doesn't matter. We just got to get back, keep doing what we're doing, and find a way.
How important is it to find a way to win? Because you're not always going to play your best brand of basketball. And sometimes you're going to have off nights, and maybe you're going to have an off night, and Darian's going to have an off night, and other guys are going to have to step up. How encouraging is it for a team to be able, for this team specifically, to be able to find that, especially so early on in the year? You just played your 7th, eighth game of the year. How important is it just to have one of those kinds of games?
It's probably the most important thing, because everybody's going to have an off night. Not everybody's perfect. And when, one of our best players does have an off night, we have to, get somebody who's hot, find something else to do and, find a way, like I said. And I feel like that's, the most important thing we can do.
Moving forward, calendar turns to 2025, get your first win of the year out of the way. How is this kind of maybe being a springboard? I've been asking coaches about it. We're reaching the halfway point. The girls are over the halfway point now of the schedule. When are you going to look back and think, maybe this was the win that turned things around, and not that things need turned around, but like this was like a signature win. Do you think that this could be that kind of win for you guys, especially over the rival Madison?
Yeah, for sure. I think every win we get, just keeps, especially when you keep getting wins in a row, it just keeps, you keep getting more and more confident, and more and more we get more prepared every week.
Well, folks, thanks for tuning in to the Cameron's Corner halftime show of CVC TV broadcast. That'll do it. Thank you to Michael DeLazel & Co., CPA and business advisors, for all their support and their contributions to the CVC TV halftime show. You can contact them at cpaneeds.com. Now let's get back to the CVC TV crew for the second half.
This episode of CVC Spotlight was presented by Michael Dolezal and Company, CPAs and business advisors. Call 216-485-2959 888-2028 or visit cpaneeds.com to learn more about what Dolezal and Company can do for you.
Halftime here at Fairview High School as AA enjoys the band. Inside. It's cold outside, but it's warm in here, especially for the Lady Bison in that first half. Huge run to end the first two quarters. 30-14 the score as we head into the third frame. AA, I mean, really Beachwood figured a lot of things out, hit some shots, obviously ran the floor. And Fairview, a lot of open opportunities, just could not seem to get that ball in the basket.
Yeah, I wonder, it's tough sometimes when you are competing, and it's one thing if, nothing's going right. In a weird way, with Fairview, as you mentioned, the shot selections is not the problem. They're taking great shots. They're, doing what they need to do. They're just not falling. So it's just, again, just creating good opportunities. I wonder if the focus here is finding a way to create and take easier shots in the second half, and you can kind of work your way back in.
Bison going to start with the ball. And of course, a great second quarter, too, really expanding that lead. As Walters will take it out, and we're back underway. Second half action here from Fairview High School as Beachwood holds the early lead. Reedens, mid-range two on the way, picking up right where they left off. Marley Reedens knocks it down. She's got 6.
Reedens is a fantastic basketball player all around.
It's almost like she's the coach's daughter. You expect excellence when you're...
Of course, Coach Reedens, his third year here at Beachwood. He talked about the expanded roster. Great shot there.
The ball moved inside. Great find. Layup is good for Emily Larkin, her first points of the evening.
And that's a good start there. Again, finding easy baskets.
Walters, good stop. Shot up, no good. Pulled in. Pepekio Sugar, she pulls the ball into the forecourt. Walters trailed, pass over. Here's Daler. Over, three-pointer on the way. Try to bank it in, no good. Pulled in. Pass through. Maybe another jump ball. I'll tell you, Ryan Kerrigan, second on the team in scoring, nearly 9 points per game, but she had a rough time from 3 tonight. She hit 1-2. That was a long 2 earlier, but besides that, just can't seem to get that ball to fall in.
It's tough, again, when you get in that good shot opportunity. And, again, you're taking the shots that Beach was giving them, but that's why you continue on with that defensive effort. If the shots don't fall on the other side.
Ball was taken away. Walters throws it off the foot of Pecchio Sugar. It's going to stay with the Bison, and that was actually the third foul, by the way, on Maddie Eckerts.
Walters, by the way, just made a senior-like play right there.
Yeah, can't make the play, just throw it off someone and live to fight another possession here, and that's what she's doing. Work her way through, lays it up right hand, and it's good with a little floater. Shot inside right there for Walters. She's got 9.
And she could operate. She's made some critical shots with her left hand throughout the game. She's fantastic.
Maybe trying to work their way through this zone. Eckert trapped to the baseline. She passes out another three-pointer. That one's up, and that one's good. Breaking the seal, Ryan Kerrigan knocks it down. The freshman hits a big 3.
And that might have been one of the first times all game we saw the Fairview bench get fired up after a big shot.
Need that as Walters works through, passes corner three from Jaffe on the way. That one's good. Lexi Jaffe, her second three of the ball game.
Great response by the Bison, Lady Bison.
Daylor launches a three. That one's offside iron, no good, pulled in. Kerrigan passes through, she lost it, but it's picked up. Thought about the mid-range, gets O'Shaughnessy off her feet twice. Three-pointer on the way, that one's good. Huge shot right there from Larkin. She's coming alive now, and back and forth we go.
And again, they're finding the great shots. The shots was never the issue, just getting it to fall, and perhaps that extra pass helps Fairview.
15-point game, 5:30 to go in this third quarter. And Kennedy working top of the key. He'll dribble in. Aggressive pass through. Travis dishes back out. Reedens, three on the way. That's no good. Tip through, grabbed in by Ash Kennedy. She fakes. Mid-range shots up. No good. That ball will trickle out of bounds. Go back to the Warriors.
Man, that's a big play there. And
you always assume every time that 33 takes that shot, it's going to go in, especially from the mid-range. Such a beautiful release. Compact.
She's all over the floor.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as rebounds and things like that.
Here about the defensive side of the ball, too. She's been fantastic this season.
You'll find at the baseline.
Three-pointer looking to bank. That one's no good. Taken inside. Layup, no good. Taken again. That one's up, and it falls through. If at first you don't succeed, try again. You fail again, try once more. Good shot inside by Daylor.
2 offensive rebounds, and in the second quarter in particular, Fairview could not take advantage. I think that's why you're going to get a Beachwood timeout, because now that offensive rebounds is turning into points. You don't want to let the Warriors back into this game due to second chance efforts.
6 points for Daylor. It's a 13-point difference with 4:47 to go here in this third quarter. Well, thank you so much for your support of Chagrin Valley Conference and CVC TV. And, of course, the presenting sponsor for us is the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery. Drs. Keith Schneider, Don Lewis, and Jill Weber. They handle everything from dental surgery and implants, corrective jaw and facial surgery, and even trauma reconstruction. You do yourself a favor for all of your oral surgery needs. Visit the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery website at www.ohsurgery.com.
I was joking right before coming back from half, but I always appreciate any school that has a band for basketball games. We always see it for the football games and stuff, but to have a prep band and a marching band just locked in for a basketball, and they're going to play too, because Fairview and Beachwood, the boys teams, are going to face off here at the gym only. You got to come here to get tickets. But they're going to face off after this game.
At Fairview, a little precursor. They have a big matchup against St. Ed's. The boys do tomorrow night. They get Beachwood tonight. So back-to-back in high school basketball. Don't see that too often. But for us, which the Warriors, good luck on that one.
Ed's, by the way, they're also playing a back-to-back. They're facing Luther West tonight.
A lot going on in the CVC. The turnover going back to the Warriors now. Trying to build some momentum. Daylor working inside. Passes out. Eckert works in, floaters up, bump, and one! Maddie Eckert had a free throw earlier. She gets a chance for another and a three-point play. And don't look now, but inching closer are the Warriors.
And they're dictating the pace here, at least to this point in the second half. And that's what you want to see offensively.
Kennedy commits the foul. That free throw is no good. And Goldie pulls in the rebound.
And this is an opportunity for this Beachwood team to, put the clamps down. You see Fairview's having a little bit of a run. Now you want to see, overcome that adversity and get back on the momentum side of things.
Great pressure and a great job right there by Ryan Kerrigan to force the jump ball. I think that should go back to Fairview. Kerrigan already ran into the forecourt. She was gone. She knew it was.
Yeah, I think the possession arrow, to the Warriors.
Yep, so great job. And, again, we talked, obviously, before the game, too. Coach Swanson Hahn, first season as the head coach for this Fairview team. She emphasized this week, hey, pressure on the ball. Let's make sure we can get some jump balls. As Daylor works inside, that one can't fall. Gets her own rebound. Daylor puts it up again. That one rattles in. But now we're seeing more aggressive side of Claire Daylor on the offensive end, too, Double-A.
And this time, again, those shots are falling. And when you keep giving up those second chance opportunities, so you're going to creep back in. Already multiple points off of offensive rebounds.
Walters short, went for her own rebound, couldn't get that one to fall.
Watch from behind with Walters.
Yeah, she's constant pressuring there, but good job by Pecchio Schruger to pass it off. Eckert dishes, corner three on the way. Back iron, no good. Tip through, That one's saved. Great job right there. Again by Larkin. Eckert passes over. Kerrigan, that's a long two. That one's going to be short. Travis trying to track that one down, and she will in the corner, but great pressure by Kerrigan. Dishing through, but Ash Kennedy able to get that ball. Ping-ponged around a little bit, but now here come the Bison.
And we would say, like, hey, slow it down just a little bit here, but Walters is go, go, go.
And she's always pushing the ball. One of the things Coach Reedens loves about her. That one's going to be a foul on the pass. Riley Reedens was looking to dish the ball back up top. Tough foul for the Warriors there. Played some pretty good defense on that possession, but it'll be the second right there on Kerrigan.
But that's what good ball movement does, though. And Beachwood has done a great job with that ball movement. See if it can lead to points.
Dish it up. Ash Kennedy going to take a step in. Mid-range two on the way. Back iron, no good. Pulled in by Daylor. She's going to look to push. Mid-range shot. Kerrigan. That one's no good. Off back iron. Tip through. Taken in by Eckert. She fakes the two. Pass back out to Kerrigan. Working inside. Loses the ball. Reedens comes up with it. Almost lost her feet. Now Daylor has it. Turnovers back to back. Three-pointer on the way. Front iron, no good. Pulled in by Jaffe.
Shot was just a tad bit flat.
Going to dish over the top. Looking for Walters.
Wow.
Great takeaway by Eckert. She pulled it down. Did you moss someone on defense? Pass inside. That one's no good. The two shots on the way for Maddie Eckert. Great defense leads to good offense in Fairview. Trying to close the gap even more.
Don't look now, but we're starting to inch a little bit of a track meet here in this second half.
I'm tired just watching this. 9-point difference in single digits for the first time in a while. Fairview trying to make it even closer. Eckert with some more free throws. This one's up, back iron, and no good.
Remember, it was the second quarter where Beachwood really opened things up. Fairview wasn't able to make any of the key shots, but things have changed here, at least through the first part of this third quarter.
Maya Brown checking in now for the Bison. Second free throw is up. That one just can't fall. Eckert struggling from the line. She's only 1 of 5 in the game. Reedens looking inside. Finds Brown. She could not get it up, though. Great job by the defense. Pass over. Jaffe, though. Corner three. Front iron, no good. Pulled in by Eckert. She'll corral it. Dish off to Daylor. She's going to look up court.
And the Warriors were lucky. They were called for a foul on the three-point shot.
Daylor over to Eckert. Passing. Corner three. That one's going to be long. Pulled in by Reedens. She'll dish off to Walters. She's going to feel some pressure immediately. She'll split it, though, and here comes Walters. Up fake, and she'll have it and pass back up to Jaffe, and they'll reset. Look at Eckert being aggressive on the defensive end, even with the fouls. And did she get a piece of that? She might have. No foul call. They're going to call it a clean block. Looking up Kerrigan, she had the ball but couldn't grab it. Good defense there by Walters on a pass, and a timeout taken by Fairview. I need a breath.
Yeah, just not enough arm strength just to get that outlet pass. So you're seeing a few of those situations. I will say this, too. With Walters for Beachwood, number one. And I say this because she's only a freshman. When she gains more experience and more strength, like her vision is at an elite level. You know, so once there's more strength that's built over time, the passes that she wants to connect with, it's going to be there. And it's going to really open up this offense even more.
The two freshman leaders for these two teams, obviously Zoe Walters on the Beachwood side, Claire Daylor starting to pick things up in this second half.
Yeah, Daylor, of course, coming into this game, leads the team with steals, with 3 steals a game, over 3 steals a game. And again, you talked about it before, just, freshman.
Yeah, she leads the team in points, assists, and steals per game. She's all over the place on offense and defense.
10 points a game in this season.
Yeah. Mid-range shots up. That one's good. Good find on the out-of-bounds play. Drawn up there by Coach Swanson Hahn. And now it's just a 7-point game as Larkin has another 2. She's got 7.
And again, the energy that this coach has brought into this program, her first season. The AD here, John Adams, talked about it with us. The energy that she's brought to this program.
As Kennedy finally gets on the board. She had 15 in the first half. It's her first points of the second. It comes with 1:10 to go in the third quarter, but it gets Beachwood back up by 9.
And you don't want her to warm up if you're the Warriors.
And Coach Reed slapping the floor like he plays for the Duke Blue Devils as dish back out. Cross court, here's Daylor working on Jaffe. Daylor trying to find an opening, but great defense there by Jaffe. on the freshman. Kerrigan gets the ball taken away. Reedon's going to get fouled. Ryan Kerrigan trying to be aggressive on the offensive end, work inside, but Beachwood's defense has been fantastic in the one-on-ones.
Yes, they have, and that's what they want defensively. That's what they want, kind of lock in. And Beachwood, these last couple of minutes, they forced Fairview to take some bad shots, something that didn't happen in the first half.
And Walter's now going to work top of the key, getting some space, going inside, throws it up with the right hand.
Oh, my goodness.
Where the ball went for half a second there. Pulled in by Brown. I think a timeout going to get called. They're going to say jump. Looked like Coach Reedon's trying to call a timeout, but doesn't matter. Beachwood going to get the possession arrow. Kerrigan checks out. London Travis checking in. Looks like the Budzar sisters checking in as well. Ava and Ivy.
I think with those rapid substitutions, sometimes the buzzer expires.
Reed's going to pass in. Travis dishing out. Here's Walters. She'll take the contested mid-range shot, and it's a foul on a jump shot. So Walters going to head to the line for two. A cardinal sin in basketball, fouling on a jump shot.
Yeah, man, but that was the focus, zeroing in on her, defensively. But my goodness, she's a tough matchup. The speed is just all there.
You don't know because she has the quick release, too, when she's going to pull that shot off. She can take it in from the layup. She can pull the mid-range. We've seen her shoot some threes tonight. First free throw off front iron. It's around and goes in. As Amaya Brown will check back into the ballgame. It was an impressive season for the freshman, Walters.
And you can just see every play, the impact that she has on the floor, every single play. The 10 points that she has right now does not tell the full story of the impact that she's had on this offense.
This is that one pulled in by Daylor. 26 seconds to go in this third quarter. Looking over to the left, directing some traffic
This
here.
is a good one-on-one matchup.
Yeah, Jaffe and Daylor. Buds are passing over. Looking for Ivy. Buds are in the post. She's going to go straight up, and it's going to be short. Pulled in, rebound. Layup is good. Good follow right there by Pecchio Schruger. Her second basket. Down to an 8-point game, and they're going to let the clock expire. And that's how we go into the fourth. 40-32. Tell you what, Fairview working their way back into this ballgame, AA now. Only down single digits as we head into the final frame.
Yeah, they're doing a great job, kind of working their way back in, getting the, trying to find easier shots. That's been their goal throughout. And, you mentioned some of the key players in there that's getting those critical moments, getting those critical shots. It would be closer right now, but Beachwood defensively is still clamping down. So on those one-on-one matchups, they are still working hard. So it's an 8-point game, but if it was for the defensive effort, it would be a 2-point game.
So one of the things that maybe Beachwood can hang their hat on too is one of the leading scorers for Fairview, Alexa Manos, senior, and post / kind of guard player. She averages 7.5 points and 6 boards. She's scoreless tonight. Beachwood honing in on a couple of those players. Talking about the balance of Fairview scoring, obviously led by Claire Daylor with 8. Emily Larkin has 7 in her own right, but again, being able to find different players to be able to step up and hit shots, Fairview's been able to do a little bit more of that, where we've seen really obviously Zoe Walters and Goldie Ash-Kennedy lead the way for the Bison.
Yeah, and who's going to be that person or pairing that's going to take over scoring in this fourth quarter to really close this thing out?
Well, we've seen the aggressiveness of Ryan Kerrigan.
We'll also mention, too, Jaffe, number 30, defensively.
Yeah.
She has done a great job.
The epitome of 3-and-D right now is Lexi Jaffe. A couple three-pointers, great defense, pass inside. That one's up. Budzar couldn't get it to fall. Rebound pulled in by Reedens. Jump ball going to get called again. That one's going to go to the Bison. A good pass inside. Budzar just couldn't get that one to fall.
And that's just been an issue there consistently throughout the game, just getting those shots to fall down.
Well, Coach Swanson said, hey, you know what? This is going to be a challenge. It's going to be a great game. Beachwood's a good team, and we've seen that throughout the year. Played great. As Walters puts it up, she gets bumped. No foul called. You're going to say the ball was tipped, though, and it's going to stay with the Bison.
Well, what the Warriors did, which was good, none of them left their feet. They all kept their arms up there, so that was a good no call by the officials.
Reedens inbounds to Jaffe. Good pressure there by Eckert. Dish back out, and now Walters will tell everyone to calm down. Let's set up a play.
Waiting for her to just drive inside here.
She's working in that mid post, but she loses the ball. Eventually tries to track it down. Egger dives on the floor, passes out, taken in by Fairview.
That's the kind of effort you want to see.
Daler working inside. She passes out. Dish over. Three. That's a long two, I should say, on the way. That's going to be no good. Pulled in by Daler. She gets pushed from behind. Tipped out of bounds off of Daler's knee, and it's going to go back to the Bison.
Opportunity that Fairview was not able to capitalize on.
Yeah, Maya Brown checking in for the Bison, and Emily Larkin, 7 points. Second leading scorer right now for Fairview back into the game. 3 and a couple of buckets for Larkin. Going to need the sophomore to step up. She's been the other person to really get some points consistently in this game for the Warriors. Reed's good pressure by Daler. She's going to get called for the foul. Yeah, Claire Daler not happy about that one.
Reed's, again, doing a great job creating that foul, creating a situation, with her ball handling skills.
And creating contact, too. Close quarters, but not losing the ball in those possessions. That's tough to do when you're getting double-teamed or pressed. Be able to hold on to that ball and make good decisions. And Reed's been able to do that tonight. Ash Kennedy trying to dribble through. That ball taken away. Great defense right there by Larkin. That's going to be, what they called a jump or a foul. But maybe it was a jump. And no, they're actually going to call a foul there on Brown. So Maya Brown going to pick up her third. Ball obviously going back to Fairview here.
Yeah, Fairview defensively has kind of clamped down a little bit here lately, but they got to get good shots offensively. They want to break into this lead.
Yeah, looking for a pass over there in the corner. Three-pointer on the way. Off, back, no good. The backboard there, overshot. Ball on the ground. Jump ball called. That was going to stay with the Warriors. Good look for Maddie Eckert. Just couldn't get that one to fall too strong.
And that was the story in the first half, and that's just, they made their run in the third quarter, being able to convert a few of those critical three-pointers.
And hitting those open shots. Good opportunity here. That one's up. Back iron, no good. Pulled in by Reed, and she's going to push. Larkin couldn't get it to fall. Reed's looking, passing inside. Ash Kennedy lays it up, lays it in. 19 points for Goldie Ash Kennedy. Lead back up to 10 for the Bison. Larkin fakes, mid-range two. Back iron, no good. Pulled in by Walters. It's been one of those nights for Fairview. Those open shots just can't seem to fall.
No, and it's been tough. It's been tough.
Consistently, at least. Yeah, they hit a few in the third quarter, but since then it's been tough sledding for Fairview. Walters passing. That one taken away by Daler. She's going to push.
And that pass delivered maybe a second too late.
Daler inside, lays it up, lays it in. Timeout called by Fairview. Great steal, coast to coast for Claire Daler. She has 10 points now.
We talk about the growth of this Beachwood team, and the increased roster and whatnot, and kind of what we talked about before. They know what they want to do. It's just the execution of getting the ball to where it needs to be, and that time with the steal, the pass maybe delivered a little bit too late, and defensively Fairview was able to take advantage.
I always get nervous with cross-court passes.
Yeah.
Just because, especially when that team is playing zone, they're playing passing lanes. So it's already tough to try and figure that out when you're getting a pressured zone defense too, when you're throwing the ball from wing to, to corner or whatever it is. Yeah, it's tough.
And when you deliver the pass, it looks good because, as you mentioned, like your teammate's open. It looks like it's open.
With the rotation, yeah, someone's in the middle, back end's open. You have to throw with pace if you're going to get it there too. And I tell you what, if you're playing a good defense that knows to read for those passes and look out for them, it's tough. And both these teams can do that at a high level when it's caused some turnovers in this game. And we've seen, obviously, when you have players like Zoe Walters and Claire Daler that can run the full court and make open layups, they can find their teammates in transition. It's going to lead to some easy points, and it's going to close some gaps and some scoring and get some momentum back on your side.
Of course, my goodness, this will be a big win for Beachwood if they're able to, really push. But they can't play this like it's, we need to hold the lead. They got to keep driving, and really create those opportunities, expand this thing up.
I'd say from everything we've seen, especially from number one dribbling the ball right now, aggressiveness is a key for Beachwood. Just going to see dishing back over to Walters. She's going to dish over. Jaffe, three-pointer on the way. Front iron, off the back, no good. hit the top of the support there, and it's going to go back to Fairview. So there it is, the aggressiveness and finding Jaffe in the corner.
I have seen at times where the shot goes in after it hits the support bar at the top. I have seen that. It's maybe only a street ball sometimes, though. Make some crazy circus shots.
I'd pay to see that.
My friends did. I'm kidding.
Charged your friends to watch you play pickup. You know, I can believe that. Budzer, mid-range 2. That one is in and out. Can't get through. Rebound pulled in by Walters. She's fouled.
Great job by Walters commanding that rebound, too. She really reached up, got off the ground in the air to command that rebound.
And that's going to be the 4th foul on Ryan Kerrigan. And that's dangerous waters. Now you're talking about one of the leading scorers on this team. And Kerrigan actually the 2nd leading scorer on the team for the season, nearly 9 points per game.
But you're right.
They actually get, okay, so taking the foul off, they're giving it to Pecchio Schruger. So it thought it was going to be on 13, but they gave it to 12. Now it's back to 13. So Pecchio Schruger has 2, Kerrigan back to 3. So that's a sigh of relief for Coach Swanson-Hahn right there.
Oh, my goodness. They're making them sprint.
They're playing zone breaker now. This is why the shell drill comes in handy when you're in pregame.
Yeah.
Green's dishing inside.
You know, when you're playing with, like, your big brother or big sister, like the keep away.
Reed's decided to stop. 3-pointers up. That's no good. Pulled in by Travis. Dish back out to Jaffe. Swings over. Walters thinks about it. Takes the mid-range 2. That's no good. Pulled in by Budzer. That comes Kerrigan.
They got 4 minutes here to make a push, the Warriors.
Need some points on the board. Good pass. Budzer inside. 2-pointer. That one's good. Ivy Budzer. It's that one to go.
And now all of a sudden here, let's see how Beachwood plays the steal. Now, again, no shot clock here in high school, of course.
Butzer's got 7 points. One of those freshmen making impact. Huge steal from Daler. She works inside. Daler puts it up on Walters. She's fouled. And Daler's got a chance to make this a 4-point game if she can knock down both these free throws. Still over 3.5 to go in the game.
Some nervous energy, of course, with Beachwood because, again, you're doing everything right, but of course, a couple free throws really cut this in, of course.
3rd foul on Walters. Daler's first free throw just can't turn the corner and drop in. Hit the front of the rim, hit the backboard, rolled around, fell out. 30-second timeout going to be taken now here from Beachwood. Chance to tell you one last time about our presenting sponsor for CVC TV. It's the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery. Drs. Keith Schneider, Don Lewis, and Jill Weber. And they do everything from dental surgery and implants, corrective jaw and facial surgery, and trauma reconstruction. For all of your oral surgery needs, visit the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery website at www.ohsurgery.com. And hey, thank you for your support of the Chagrin Valley Conference and us here at CVC TV. 6-point game, 3:33 to go. This lead was up near 18 at one point, but Fairview's hung around. And Claire Daler with a chance to shrink it by one more.
Certainly an opportunity to do so, but you knew the Warriors were going to kind of.
They don't go away in games.
They're not going to go away.
They're not going to go away. There's too much talent on that sideline and on that court for both teams for them to fall away at any point. Taylor's second free throw, high arcing. That's no good. Front iron tracked down by Budzer. She passes inside. Layup's good. Daler with the follow. And it's like they went in.
Yeah, it did. And again, the offensive, the one issue with Beachwood throughout this game has been giving up offensive rebounds. And it happened at the worst time.
That ball tipped. Daler reads it. She goes full court, lays it up, lays it in. 14 points for Claire Daler.
I think it's time for Beachwood to be aggressive again.
Oh, my goodness.
Really push this thing in.
2-point game. Now you have to play it for the Bison. Walter swings it back to Jaffe. They're working their way through in this trap zone. Taken inside on the floor, and it's a travel. Can't fall with the ball. Travis does, and it goes back to Fairview.
If she was able to hold on and force a jump ball, they would have kept the ball with the possession arrow, but the Warriors with a chance to tie or take the lead here.
Maya Brown back into the game. Travis going to take his seats. 2:50 to go. 2-point game.
Defense must lock in for Beachwood.
That's inside three-pointer on the way. Side iron, no good, pulled in by Ash Kennedy. This is up, here comes Jaffe. She dishes up Walters. Well, Jaffe almost traveled. Tip off the back iron, pulled in. Great defense by Fairview. Here comes Daylor. Daylor works inside, loads up the mid-range shot. It's no good. Pulled in by Ash Kennedy. And back from the Bison.
It's very easy to speed everything up, but, you got to play the passing lanes.
Those tip passes are getting more and more nerve-wracking for Coach Reedens and company. As we got about 2 minutes to go in this ball game. It's a 2-point game. Dishing inside, Reedens, open shot, and it's good. Great find by Walters, and Marley Reedens puts it in.
That was an excellent find and put in.
Wanted that third person to score if you were the Bison. You found it. Reedens has 8 tonight. Walters has 10. Ash Kennedy has 19. Bison hold that 4-point lead. Warriors trying to get more points here. Taylor working inside on Jaffe, passing back out. Kerrigan thought about a 3. She thought again. She'll pass it back out. Swing across. Mid-range shot. Budzer. That one's up. Back iron. No good. She tracks it down. Layup inside. That's no good. Fought in by Kerrigan, I should say. She's going to fight, and it's a jump ball. And that should go to the Bison, and it will.
I believe so, yeah.
Just open shots, not falling. And timeout called by Coach Swanson Hahn in Fairview. 1:22 to go, 4-point game in double A. We talked about it. If a quarter of those open shots go in, Fairview may have a double-digit lead tonight. But just tough break on that rim, and the Bison have been able to take advantage, playing some good defense in between, and holding that 4-point lead.
Yeah, and that's just really what it comes down to. Ultimately, when it's all said and done, you look back at the tape, you're like, man, you get some of those shots to fall. But that part of it, too, is defensively, if you force your opponent, which Beachwood has done, to take shots that the Warriors, they don't want to take, then you're going to have those type of results.
Of course, both these teams looking up at Trinity. Lady Trojans right now at 7-2 overall, 5-0 in the Metro Division. Stacked division this year, a lot of good talent. Both these teams trying to get above 500 in division play with a win tonight. Of course, Beachwood 6-4 overall, Fairview 6-5. And what has been an exciting matchup. First game was pretty exciting too back on December 6th. It was a 10-point game that Fairview won on the road. Trying to hold down the fort at home tonight, but Beachwood's come out aggressive. Remember, they had the near 20-point lead in that first half into the third quarter, and Fairview's chipped away piece by piece to make it now just a 4-point game. Under a minute and a half to go.
Well, it was, 30-14 at halftime?
Yeah, great run at the end of the first half, too, and they extended the lead in that third quarter. But I'll tell you what, I give credit to Coach Swanson Hahn and that Fairview team. Young, starting 3 freshmen tonight, didn't matter. They're going to fight to the end. And we got a great ball game here on CVC TV.
No high passes if you're Beachwood. All these passes need a zip.
The Reedens going to get bumped.
Fairview's picking off those high arcing passes, and that's what they're reading, and they have enough speed to pick those off. So you want zip passes, sharp passes here in these final minute 9.
Akio Sugar got called for the foul. That's her third. Walters directing traffic. Still want to try and get an open opportunity if you can if you're Beachwood here. You're content with holding the ball, but eventually it's going to be more pressure. Walters going to take the 3. Oh, she knocked it down. Zoe Walters from deep. 7-point lead, 50 seconds to go. Ackert thought about shuffled the shoes there. Back iron, no good. Walters pulls it. She's going to get bumped and fouled hard by Kerrigan. Just went for the ball there.
Just with the speed there, just with the aggressiveness.
You talked about in that first half, Walters not looking like a freshman. And I mean, that shot, again, off the double team, had an open lane, decided to pull up, take the 3-pointer from the top of the key, and just nailed it.
It's a tough shot to make, too.
Oh, my goodness.
Tough shot because of the movements that she was making.
Well, think about just the situation, double A. 4-point game, under a minute to go, and she just iced it down. Timeout going to get called by Beachwood with 42.1 to go. A chance to talk over the last couple seconds here on the Bison sideline. Again, if you're Coach Reedens, you got to be impressed. Obviously, your senior, Goldie Ash Tennessee led the way, 19 points in this game, but Walters obviously stepping up big, and also, too, Marley Reedens, 8 big points. I mean, she was able to be that third person that could really score. We know Jaffe had a couple threes in that first half. She's been more on the defensive side. We've seen her step up here in the second half, but Reedens having a big game in her own right, and really it's been 3 people that have been able to right the ship for this Beachwood team.
Anytime, you prep for a team and they have 2 options, always they're going to have 2 options. You always look for the third, right? You always look for who's going to be that third option that's going to surprise their opponent. And you've seen that tonight with Beachwood. And, it's a confidence builder. It really, really is, because that's one defender that's going to be away from your first option.
So impressive. Have been the Bison tonight trying to get to 7-4 and 4-3 in division. But still some work to do with 42 seconds.
Now, Beachwood's going to have to be careful here, of course, because obviously Fairview got to get the ball back right now.
Be some pressure here as Travis gets it, dishes back into Reed, and she's going to push. Puts her head down and dribbles through. Foul's going to be called on Daylor.
And again, as we point out, before here at this level, no shot clock. So, as long as the players are passing the ball, I believe within 5 seconds, can't just stand there and hold the ball, but got a foul right now.
So last year, the 1-and-1 was essentially eliminated.
Oh yeah, that was a big deal last season.
I think maybe we're still in the 2 free throw range. We'll see what happens, and it will be 2. As the first one is good. Marley Reedens with 9 huge points. Ivy Budzard checks back in for Fairview. Defensive rebounding purposes. Ash Tennessee down there. You want some height, some size. Reedens misses the second. Pulled in by Daylor now. The box out by Budzard. Daylor working into the four-corner pressing. 3-quarter, nope, thought about it, passes back out.
Do not foul if you're Beachwood.
Time and Walters, right place, right time. She takes the steal, goes inside, lays it up, and lays it in. Zoe Walters with a huge exclamation point, 50-40. 15 seconds to go. Taylor passing off. Dish over. Eckert working through, passing inside. Budzard lays that one up. It's blocked. Rebound taken by Travis. Walters will dribble into the forecourt. Pass up. Dash Tennessee. She's going to lay it up and lay it in. And that is how we end the ball game. The final score, 52-40. Beachwood takes the best shot from Fairview and holds on to a 12-point win. AA, what a game for the Lady Bison tonight.
My goodness, it got tight that fourth quarter. It got tight. It was 44-40. We're really, really locked in. And since that point, Beachwood just took over, ending the game with 8 straight points. And, great coaching adjustments, of course. And, you see throughout, your stars show up and you kind of dictate the pace. My goodness, what a win for this Beachwood Lady Bison's team.
Huge, huge win as they improved to 7-4 in the season, 4-3 in the Metro Division. The Fairview Warriors fall to 6-6, 3-4 in the Metro Division. 52-40 the final. What a game for Beachwood, of course, led by Goldie Ash Tennessee, and 21 huge points in the game. Also, Zoe Walters, big second half, 15 points. Marley Reedens, 9. On the other side, tough loss for Fairview AA, but a lot of fight from the young team. Fairview's got a bright future.
Yeah, they do. And, it's just the culture has been set. As they talked about before, it's going to be a big challenge. So it's a matter of how do you overcome, even with a W. How do you overcome? And after an L, how do you overcome? So we'll see what happens. But I love what I saw. And as we mentioned throughout the game, Fairview took some good shots. It's just sometimes on certain nights, even when you take good shots, they don't fall, and you may not get the W.
Claire Daylor led the way with 14 points for the Fairview Warriors. That's going to wrap it up for our coverage here of tonight. And if you are in the area, come on down. Watch the boys play, of course. Beachwood taking on Fairview, the boys varsity basketball.
Game starts in 14 minutes. You can make it.
You got time. It's not snowing outside. We can get people out here for that. And final one more time, 52-40 as Beachwood gets the win here on CVC TV. We'll see you next time. Have a great weekend, folks.